Dear chosen ones, have you ever felt like time moves differently for you compared to those around you? While others seem to age and grow weary, you may sense that your spirit feels lighter, more vibrant. It's as though your soul grows younger, even as your physical body continues through the natural stages of life. This is no coincidence. It is part of a divine design that sets you apart. From your earliest memories, you knew that your path was unique. The way you experience life and time itself was always different from the people around you. You may have experienced life struggles earlier, felt burdens that others didn't, or simply carried a wisdom far beyond your years. Yet despite these challenges, you found that instead of growing weary, you were being continually renewed. Your spirit wasn't aging in the traditional sense. It was growing younger, more aligned with a higher purpose. In today's exploration, we will uncover 7 powerful truths about how you, as a chosen one, are experiencing time in reverse. We'll look at how each challenge, every scar, and the solitude you've endured have actually strengthened and rejuvenated you, not only in spirit, but in purpose. By the end, you'll see how this mysterious process of reversed aging is part of your spiritual evolution. Stay with me, because what you are about to discover may change the way you see your journey through life. 1. The burden of early wisdom. Why you felt older as a child. From an early age, you felt different. While other children were carefree, playing without a worry in the world, you were weighed down by thoughts, feelings, and questions that seemed far too advanced for your age. You may have found yourself looking at the world and seeing things others couldn't, sensing the hidden truths behind the surface of everyday life. You felt older than your years, as though your soul carried the weight of experiences far beyond your physical age. This sense of maturity wasn't just in your thoughts, but in your interactions as well. You might have found it hard to relate to your peers, not because you didn't want to connect, but because your spirit was moving at a different pace. You understood the world in a way that most people didn't, and this often left you feeling isolated or misunderstood. You may have wondered why you couldn't just fit in, why everything seemed so much more complicated for you than for others. But this early wisdom was not a burden by accident. It was a part of your spiritual calling. You were set apart, even from a young age, to walk a different path. This sense of being older than others around you was the first sign that time would work differently for you. Your soul was being prepared for a deeper purpose, one that required early maturity and the ability to see beyond the superficial layers of life. While others focused on the immediate pleasures and concerns of childhood, you were thinking about deeper matters, about meaning, about truth, about why you were here. This maturity was both a gift and a challenge. It made your early years feel heavier, but it also gave you the tools you would need for your journey as a chosen one. What felt like an overwhelming burden as a child was, in fact, the first stage in a lifelong process of spiritual renewal. Now, as you reflect on those early years, you may see how that wisdom, once a heavy load, has begun to lighten. What once felt like a curse now feels like a blessing. You were being trained, even as a child, for a higher purpose. And as you move further into this journey, that sense of maturity transforms into a source of strength and renewal. 2. The transformation through struggles. How challenges make you younger in spirit. Life is rarely easy for the chosen ones. You face challenges that seemed far greater than what you could handle, and there have been moments when you felt crushed under the weight of your trials, whether it was emotional pain, spiritual struggles, or physical hardship. It often felt like life was testing you far more than it tested others. But here's the remarkable truth. Those very struggles were the tools that shaped you into who you are today. In the moment, those challenges may have seemed unbearable. You may have wondered why you had to endure so much pain while others appeared to skate through life without facing the same difficulties. But what if I told you that every single struggle was part of a divine plan to transform you, not to make you weaker, but to make you stronger and more vibrant? Each trial, each painful experience was not designed to break you, but to purify you, like gold being refined in a furnace. The more you've been tested, the more you've been strengthened. And the more you've been strengthened, the more you've grown spiritually younger. This may seem counterintuitive, but it's a fundamental truth of the chosen one's journey. While others may allow their challenges to harden them, to make them cynical and bitter, you have allowed your struggles to break you open. Instead of growing weary, you've allowed the pain to cleanse you, to bring you closer to your truest self. As each struggle passes, you've found that you come out the other side not just surviving, but thriving. This is why, despite everything you've been through, you feel more alive, more hopeful, and more connected to your purpose than ever before. This is the mystery of reversed aging. The harder life gets, the more spiritually youthful you become. Your soul is being constantly renewed, and instead of becoming tired and worn out, you are growing stronger, more vibrant, and more aligned with your divine calling. 3. Embracing solitude. Why being alone has been your greatest gift. One of the most difficult experiences for the chosen ones is the feeling of being alone. From a young age, you may have found it hard to form deep connections with others, whether in friendships, family relationships, or romantic partnerships. There was always a sense that you were walking a different path, one that few could follow. This isolation can be painful. It's easy to feel like you've been abandoned, or that something is wrong with you because you don't fit in with the people around you. But here's the deeper truth. Your solitude is not a punishment, it is a divine gift. The chosen ones are often called to walk alone, not because they are unworthy of companionship, but because solitude is the space where the greatest spiritual growth occurs. It is in the silence, when the distractions of the world fall away, that you can hear the voice of God most clearly. It is in these moments of solitude that you come to understand who you truly are, not as defined by the world, but as defined by the divine. In solitude, you've learned to trust yourself. You've discovered a deep inner strength that cannot be shaken by the opinions or judgments of others. And most importantly, you've forged an unbreakable bond with God. While others may find comfort in the approval of the people around them, you've learned to find your strength in something far greater. This is why your solitude, though difficult, has been one of the most important aspects of your journey. Through solitude, you've become more aligned with your spiritual purpose. You've learned to listen to the still, small voice in you, the voice that guides your every step. And as you've done this, you've found that your spirit is growing younger, more vibrant. Solitude has allowed you to strip away the layers of false identity and return to the essence of who you truly are, a soul connected to the divine, walking a path of purpose and renewal. 4. Transforming pain into power. How suffering has renewed your spirit. Pain is an inevitable part of life, but for the chosen ones, it often feels like suffering comes in greater quantities. You've experienced deep, emotional, spiritual, and even physical pain that has tested your limits. Yet what sets you apart is not the amount of suffering you've endured, but the way you've transformed that pain into power. Most people try to avoid pain at all costs, seeing it as something negative that must be escaped. But you, chosen one, have learned a different lesson. You've come to understand that pain, when embraced with faith and courage, can be one of life's greatest teachers. Every painful experience you've gone through has not diminished you, it has expanded you. It has opened your heart, deepened your compassion, and strengthened your resolve. Here's where the miracle of reversed aging comes into play. While pain might leave others feeling worn out or bitter, it has had the opposite effect on you. You've allowed your pain to break you open in the best way possible, to strip away the illusions and false beliefs that no longer serve you. And in doing so, your spirit has been renewed, not just once, but continually. Each time you've faced a challenge or endured suffering, you've emerged from the experience with more wisdom, more love, and more light. This is the beauty of your journey. Your soul is not being worn down by the hardships of life. It is being rejuvenated. With each passing day, your spirit grows more youthful, more free, more aligned with the deepest truths of your existence. This ability to transform pain into wisdom is what truly sets you apart. You've discovered that suffering is not an obstacle to be avoided, but a gateway to deeper understanding. Through your pain, you have found a strength that defies time and a resilience that defies age. Your spirit grows not in spite of your hardships, but because of them. And this is why, as others grow weary from their burdens, you grow lighter, freer, and more aligned with your divine calling. 5. Anchored in eternity, time does not age you. For most people, time is a relentless force. It is something they battle against as they watch the years slip away, leaving them feeling older, weaker, and more distant from their youthful energy. But for you, chosen one, time works differently. You are not bound by the same rules as others. While they may fear the passage of time, you have come to understand that time is not your enemy, it is your ally. Being anchored in eternity means that you are not subject to the same limitations that others experience. You are connected to something far greater than the ticking of a clock or the number of years on a calendar. Your spirit is rooted in a timeless reality where the constraints of physical time no longer apply. This is why, while others feel weighed down by the years, you feel lighter, more vibrant, and more alive. You've likely noticed that as time passes, instead of feeling older, you feel younger in spirit. This is because your soul is not aging in the traditional sense. It is being continually renewed by your connection to the divine. The deeper your relationship with God becomes, the more you experience this renewal. And as you walk in alignment with your purpose, time becomes a tool that works in your favor. For you, chosen one, time is not something to fear. It is a gift that brings you closer to your true essence. Each year that passes is another step deeper into the timeless truth of who you are. You are not defined by the years you've lived, but by the depth of your connection to eternity. This is why you defy the typical aging process. You are not getting older. You are becoming more aligned with your eternal purpose. In the same way that a tree's roots grow deeper and stronger over time, your soul is being anchored more firmly in the eternal. This anchoring allows you to experience a type of rejuvenation that the world cannot offer. You are not bound by the limitations of time because your essence is eternal. And as you continue to grow in this understanding, you will find that time no longer dictates your life. You dictate how you use time to fulfill your divine purpose. 6. Your inner light shines brighter with time. There is a light within you, chosen one, that cannot be dimmed. As the years pass, this light grows stronger, more radiant, and more impossible to ignore. While others may feel that life's difficulties dim their inner flame, yours only burns brighter. This is because you've allowed every experience, every challenge, and every victory to purify your soul, stripping away the layers that once hid your true essence. People may be drawn to you without fully understanding why. They may sense something different about you, something that sets you apart from the crowd. This is not just your wisdom or your kindness, it is the radiance of a soul that is deeply connected to the divine. Your light is a reflection of your journey, of the inner transformation that has taken place as you've walked your path as a chosen one. As you've grown older, this light has only intensified. This is because, rather than being dimmed by life's hardships, you've allowed those hardships to fuel your inner growth. You've learned to see every challenge as an opportunity for spiritual renewal, and this mindset has allowed your light to grow stronger with time. While some may be intimidated by this light, feeling threatened by the transformation they see in you, others will be inspired. They will see in you the possibility of something greater, something beyond the limitations of the physical world. Your light serves as a beacon of hope for those who are still lost in darkness, a reminder that there is a way out of the shadows and into the light. But this light is not just for others, it is for you as well. It is a reminder that you are not just surviving this journey, you are thriving. Your light is the visible manifestation of the spiritual renewal that is taking place within you. And as you continue to walk in your purpose, this light will only grow brighter, more powerful, and more impactful. 7. Walking in divine timelessness. How to embrace your eternal youth. You've come to realize that the process of reversed aging is not just a metaphor for spiritual renewal, it is a lived reality for the chosen ones. You are walking in divine timelessness. This means that you are no longer bound by the rules of the physical world. You are living according to a higher, eternal timeline. And in this timeline, your spirit is continually being renewed, transformed, and aligned with your divine purpose. Each day, you grow closer to the essence of who you truly are, a soul created by God, filled with divine purpose and anchored in eternal truth. You are not aging in the traditional sense. You are evolving, transforming, and becoming more aligned with your true self. This is the beauty of walking in divine timelessness. You are not subject to the limitations of the world around you. Instead, you are living in a reality where time works in your favor, where each passing day brings you closer to your fullest expression of who you are meant to be. To walk in divine timelessness means to live with the understanding that your spirit is eternal, that your purpose transcends the physical world, and that your journey is one of constant renewal. You are not here to fade away. You are here to shine brighter with each passing day, to grow younger in spirit, and to live in alignment with the eternal truths that guide your path. This is your birthright as a chosen one, to live in a state of perpetual renewal, where time no longer holds you captive, but becomes a tool for your spiritual growth. As you continue to walk this path, you will find that the more you embrace your timelessness, the more your spirit will flourish. You are not aging. You are growing more vibrant, more alive, and more aligned with the divine. Embrace the gift of eternal renewal. Dear chosen ones, your life is not governed by the same rules that apply to others. While the world grows weary, you are growing younger. While others fear the passage of time, you are anchored in eternity. Your spirit is not aging. It is being renewed, transformed, and strengthened with each passing day. You are living in reverse, not because you are escaping time, but because you are aligned with the eternal truth of God's purpose for your life. As you continue on this journey, let your light shine brighter. Let your spirit grow younger. Embrace the timelessness that is your birthright as a chosen one. You are walking a path of divine renewal, and the best is yet to come. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Together, we can walk in the divine truth of eternal youth and purpose.